Bandwagon indeed. Well, that was very interesting of you. Make a very short post, not unlike a lot of your other ones. Usually you have so much to say. This time, you seem to have barely anything to say at all. Honestly, you're just saying the same thing that everybody already knows. For God's sake, it's like talking about train enthusiasts or people who read Playboy. This is not news. Hell, it's not even an interesting subject. And yet, there's always going to be someone out there who just has to talk about it, as if it's some sort of terribly, terribly sinful thing. It is only as sinful as your imagination will allow. The reason why I wear a mask is because I believe I look rather fetching with one. Now, why is it that you must find it so absolutely strange that people would do things like this? Are you not aware that there are other things all of human history that people have done that seem absolutely outlandish? Perhaps even, I don't know, downright stupid? Think about this for a moment. Just for a moment. What do you think would happen if the furries went away? And you'd have to find someone else just as weird or weirder to talk about them, wouldn't you? Yes. Thank God for you, there's nobody around like that right now. Unless you want to talk about people who collect Hot Wheels. That's kind of strange. I suppose there isn't a whole lot that you can take in at one time. Not that you'd care. But, simply put, furry fandom is exactly as innocent or as sinful as any other fandom that has ever existed. Furry fandom being strange and having odd things like, oh, I don't know, pornographic art, or people who dress up in costumes, is not something that people are not familiar with. Haven't you ever been to a sci-fi convention? It's the exact same thing. I really don't see what's so weird about it. There are weirdos everywhere. So that some of them like to stay in the closet. Other ones, unfortunately, like to brandish it around like it's a brand new toy. If you've been offended by it, or if you've been scared by it, well then I am sorry, but people are stupid. They're not going to stop something just because someone else doesn't like it. That's really just how people are, unfortunately.